Morning Year 5s, it's Thursday for our maths, and here is the do now. Very quickly, I know I've been showing you my variety of mugs. I don't need any more. I've got, I think this is probably the last one of the ones I really like using, but it's a good little Marvel comic mug, which is pretty cool. Distracts me quite a lot. So, the first thing I want to point out is I need to say a public apology about this question here. When I found it, I had a quick look at it, and I was like, yeah, you can work out the triangles, you can work out the angle on 180 degrees. I've then come to do it this morning on a video previously to just now, and it's not working in the way that we would work it out. So it's a question that when I found it, I thought, yeah, we can apply what we do, and actually we can't, okay? Because the angle 32 makes it not work. So apologies if you've been sat staring at that and you found it tricky, or you found that it doesn't work. That is my fault. Apologies for that one. So we'll have a look at these ones here, okay? So, (678 times 100, you've got your two zeros, so you should have your two zeros on the end. 34 metres divided by 100, I've just put metres in there to throw you off a little bit. It should just be 0.34 because the decimal is after the 34. And then 989 times 10 is 9,890 because you've got your extra zero. Doing your nearest 10, have a look at the tens column, look at the one before. It's a 5, so it rounds that one up, so it becomes a 1. 10,710. Nearest 100, there's your 100, look at the one before, it's a 0. So that's just going to make it 700. You could even just look at 705 and go, well, I know that's close to 700. And then nearest 1,000, find the 1,000, look at the one before, it's a 7, so that's going to round up, and that's going to make it a 1, so 11,000. And then down here, 34 times 53, round that to 30, round that to 50, knock the zeros off, makes 15, bung them back on. And then there's a couple you could do here. For this one, you could round up to 600 times 8. So 6 times 8 is 48, and put the zeros on. Or you could round the 8 up to 10, and then just bung a 0 on the end of that answer, which is probably even quicker. There's no calculation required there at all. And that gets you that answer there, which is, they're quite different estimates. But either is still, a quick calculation estimate. So that's that. Once again, apologies for the angle question not working out how I wanted to. I'm annoyed actually that one didn't work, because I thought it was a really good one for you to have a look at, but it's not working in the way that with the angle skills that we've got so far. So I apologise for that. That's annoyed me this morning now. So your task today, moving on to Roman numerals. So today, tomorrow, and I think Monday, just to see if you can remember from the weekend, you got some Roman numerals. Starting you off with this today, and then we're going to go up into the thousands tomorrow, and then Monday involves lots of questions and tasks with Roman numerals. I think tomorrow and Monday also have some learning links on, so some extra games. But for this, but to be fair, you can probably find some for this yourself that go up to 100. So it's very simple. I've put a little clue here, so don't forget that 4 is 1 before 5. So you can see here, it's 1 before 5. It's the same with 9. 9 is 1 before 10. You can see here, it's 1 before the 10. And that works when you're working with 4, with 40, with 400. It's always 1 before, 10 before, 100 before. Okay, so bear that in mind. Now really, this is a bit of a pattern sniffing task this morning. All you need to do, there's two ways you can do this. You can either write each one out, but I don't think that would really help. You'd probably be just as quick to just draw a quick grid, okay? Or you don't even need to do it, just write them out. But a grid might just help you keep it organised. Because you'll be able to see, well, if that's 1 and that's 11, and I know that x is 10, well, 12 is going to be x, x in 3 i's. And so if you draw it out, you'll be able to follow the pattern that appears. Some of you might have good retrieval skill of this, because I know you looked at it in year 4. So have a go with this. Obviously, as you get further down, there'll be numbers that do get larger and longer, but it doesn't mean it's the biggest number. So just because it's a very long Roman numeral does not mean it's the biggest Roman numeral. For example, C is 100, which is bigger than 88. Okay, so have a go with that. And if you want to do a bit more, there are loads of Roman numeral games up to 100 that you can do. So enjoy. And once again, apologies for that angles question. I hope you didn't sit there staring at it for too long. That's bugged me this morning. But my apologies. And hopefully we do well with our Roman numerals. Love a bit of Roman numerals.